The aura meditation technique. So mystics theorized that massive energy fields called auras surround the body. Auras extend outward from the body 2 1/2 to 3 feet. You are your body living inside this mantle of colored lights. The value of aura meditation technique is that it helps slow down the mind, enabling us to break down the forces and thoughts that rapidly flow through it. This technique allows us to separate the streams of thought and emotions that happen simultaneously. We do this to see, analyze, and understand each pattern more fully and clearly. The aura meditation technique is optimally practiced in the evening when the day is done and your mind is more relaxed. So get yourself in a comfortable meditative position, full attention without tension. Imagine your aura as a giant balloon and see yourself inside this balloon. This giant balloon is filled with astral water, which has the properties of regular water, except that you can breathe in it quite freely. You can breathe in this balloon quite freely. As each thought or emotion manifests, imagine it flowing out your big toe. Each thought you think is released as a small, encapsulated bubble. You will find that there are many of these bubbles coming out from your big toe. As this occurs, grab one of them and fix your attention on it. As each thought flows out of your toe as a tiny bubble, visualize it rising and flowing past your eyes. Because astral water is thicker than normal water, the bubble will flow upward at a much slower rate. As it flows upward and moves past you, see it becoming larger and larger so that you can see it more clearly. You're observing the thought form slowly ascending to the surface of the astral water. As you watch the thought forms rise throughout your aura, you'll see them very clearly because you have separated them, divided them, and enlarged them. Do not try to analyze them at this moment. Just observe them. Do not judge them. Just look at them. Just perceive and remember them. When your meditation is finished, it's always a good idea to write it down. With this method, you amplify the thought or emotion as you are looking at it through a microscope. As it ascends slowly, you can see this thought or emotion quite clearly for an extended period of time. You can slow down these bubbles so they may take as long as 10 to 30 seconds to ascend from the bottom to the top of the water balloon. See the emotions exit through your left toe and the thoughts through your right toe. You'll see a set of bubbles ascending upward. The thought and its emotions, or the emotions and its thought. This technique should be done to find the most essential thoughts in your consciousness. 5 to 10 minutes should be dedicated to this practice. This process is really much more than actual, than symbolic. Use it, it works. Brings meditational awareness into your life. You change the outcome of the experience of living. Key question you should ask and continue to reflect upon is, what's the single most important achievement I can accomplish in this lifetime? When you perform this technique and see a thought or emotion, you just say, isn't that interesting? The thought becomes too distracting. You use the neti, neti, neti. I'm not this thought. I'm not this thought thinking this thought. I'm not thought. If you have an ugly thought flowing through your mind, it means somehow you've walked into a force field of negative, ugly thoughts. You need to walk out. This technique will help you to disengage the entanglement of the thoughts and emotions from the mind. It teaches you to become detached from your thoughts and also to become detached from the thoughts of others. The power of negative thoughts will no longer bind and confine your mind or spiritual being. And this is the beginning states of inner peace. We're too judgmental and unaware that the minds are such busy mechanisms. So imagine your aura as a giant balloon. See yourself inside this balloon. It's filled with astral water. Very easy to breathe in here. As each thought or emotion manifests, imagine it flowing out your big toe. Each thought you think is released as a small bubble. Many of these bubbles coming out of your big toe. grab hold of one of the bubbles and fix your attention on it. Visualize it rising and flowing past your eyes. And take 10 to 30 seconds. As it flows up and moves past you, becomes larger and larger so you can see it more clearly. Do not analyze or judge, just observe. Emotions exit through your left toe and your thoughts through your right toe. Namaste.